Hello, you are listening to the voice of Patricia Angelin, and I am in New York at Alba Technique, and this is All the Feels. You are looking at some beautiful books, a lovely lily, which is swaying because the table, although it's a beautiful mahogany, is not perfectly stable, so the stamens are, you can see I'm going to do it a little more, are moving, so you know that the picture is not static. And that's why I put a candle there, so that anyone joining me will realize that even though you're not seeing my face and I'm not talking, that I am here and that your pictures are frozen. Although this isn't as much a problem as it used to be. And here I am, and I will turn the camera around so that you can see me, and then I greet you properly. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I have a special treat for both me and you. I was recommended to a poet, Suchi J, and I'm not going to give her last name right now because it's on this phone that I'm working on right now, and I can't look it up, but Suchi has given me 2 pieces of poetry, continuing with our Goethe instruction to every day read a fine poem, hear a little melody, see a fine picture, and if possible, make a few sensible remarks. So this will be 2 poems by Suchi. The first one is a prose poem, and I'm going to start with that. And the second poem is as yet untitled, and perhaps you will, as you hear it, think of a beautiful title to offer to her. Here we go, turning around the camera so that you are looking at the lily and the river rock with the Alexander Pope quote on it. Suchi. In child's pose, I watch the poem curled. It's waiting to unfold. I wait for the contortionist in a forearm balance to place their feet delicately onto their head, Ouroboros like cantilever. In my other profession, I pretend to be an arborist. Leafy dapplings surround me. Look up, the sky rise, and see only 3 open windows, panes of glass angled, light heat-like on my skin. Corollary of sun warmed, obscures the melancholy subject of poetic influence. Perfect dada, as smoke lit by a male poet in a most graceful man, nervous. I show you this. I cannot claim its inheritance. Wink toward a perfect heiress. We unlinger and release the association. Wow, that's like a poet, well, not like, it is a poetic meditation within a yoga practice of Suchi. Beautiful. Untitled. It was a party. It was called Something for Everyone. It was pink, almost red, and chemical. It was lost between the upholstery, plush values, plastic covered, empty. It was over. A birthing most uncomfortable, accompanying bird song, played backwards, garbled, and beautiful. An unarchived collection in wide lens view. It wasn't seen in memory, it was peripheral. 2 cassettes in a box prove what it was, or drawing on the surface of water takes the shape of air. Our costumes, sleeping seamlessly, limbless marsupials, take the shape of pillows, take the shape of feathers without wing, birds without branches. Wishes take the shape of many things. Our mattress takes the shape of us. We sleep to surrender what is not. We dream to remember the shapes inside us. Air takes the shape of humidity. Its indent and sag, the scent of fresh yeast, while waiting for the overnight. With this, I cannot suggest to you that you look this poem up because it hasn't been published yet. But if any of you want to be able to do what I suggest you do with each one of these poetic moments that we spend together, which is to Google the poet, Google the poem, then read the poem in your mind using just your eyes and your mind. And then after you've done that, go back to the top and read the poem out loud to yourself, hearing your voice, feeling your own vibrations of your voice in your own body. And notice what you get from the concision, the conciseness of the words that the poet has put together to express so many things. Thank you very much for being with me. The conversation with Suchi was about sublimity and the sublime, just so that you know. I would be grateful to hear from any of you in regards to this work.